Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Simona Kutoni and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada. September 19th will be the day of mourning for Queen in Ontario, but not a holiday. Holloway unveils House of Commons leadership team that includes 2 LGBT MPs. Father of 2 and beloved auto shop owner killed in a GTA shooting rampage remembered as Lovely. Mobile housing unit to set up in Charlottetown parking lot for homeless islanders. Former Canadian UFC fighter Elias Theodoro dies at age 34. Suns owner Sarver suspended for 1 year and fined $10 million after probe. City officials shocked and reeling after the shooting death of Toronto police officer. So those were the headlines. Now let's jump right into the details. Premier Doug Ford says Ontario will mark the passing of Queen Elizabeth II as a provincial day of mourning on Monday, the September 19th, but the day will not be a statutory holiday in the province. Ford's statement follows an announcement by the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau earlier in the day that September 19th will be a holiday for the federal government employees to mark the Queen's passing. Officials from Toronto Police and other city agencies says they are still reeling this morning after an officer was killed in what police describe as an unprovoked and deadly ambush yesterday afternoon. Toronto Police Association President John Reid told Awaz News that he and Police Chief James Raymer delivered that grim news to the family of Constable Andrew Hong. I think all the police officers know they put on their uniform in the morning, they go to work, in the back of their mind, there's always that possibility that something could happen. They could get hurt, injured, possibly be killed. But for it to actually happen, to call it tragic, doesn't even scratch the surface. The 48-year-old is survived by his wife, 2 teenage children, and his parents. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre revealed his common leadership team this morning in a social media post, a 9-member group that includes 2 LGBT MPs and one of the few persons of color in the Conservative caucus. Ontario MP Melissa Landsman, a lesbian, and Alberta MP Tim Uppal, who is South Asian, will serve as Poilievre's deputy leaders. Both supported Poilievre in his successful bid to lead the party. The team also includes representation from Atlantic Canada and Quebec, 2 regions where the party has struggled in recent elections. Poilievre said these new faces are part of his inflation-busting leadership team. First job is to stop Trudeau's tax hikes and end the just inflation so workers and seniors can thrive, using his gag name for inflation rates under the Liberal government.
Forced to cut back on their diets. We have 30-year-olds living in their parents' basements or trapped in tiny apartments from which they cannot escape. We have seniors who watch their savings evaporate because the cost of heat and other essentials has risen out of reach. Now,
when Junaid Butt snapped a photo of his friend and fellow cricket team member last fall, he had no idea it would be the picture of Hussain Ashraf would be remembered by when he would be shot dead a year later. Now it's that very photo of Ashraf smiling on the field, the sun shining on his face, making the rounds on social media tribute after the beloved auto body shop owner and father of 2 was killed in an apparent shooting rampage west of Toronto on Monday. The rampage, which also took the life of 48-year-old Toronto police officer Constable Andrew Hong, left 3 others hurt and ended up with the suspect dead after the police tracked him down at a cemetery in Hamilton, Ontario. Ashraf, who was 38, was a well-known owner of Milton Auto Repair Shop, MK Auto Repairs, where the flowers could be seen laid outside following the shooting. Dozens of small mobile housing units will be set up in the parking lot of COVID-19 testing site on Park Street as a temporary solution to the homeless problem in Charlottetown, the provincial government said today. People without access to the affordable housing have set up 5 encampments around the PEI's capital this summer. With shelter full and winter approaching, provincial and municipal government have been working on ways to move the camper to a safe and secure location. Between 40 and 50 mobile units will be delivered from Western Canada by mid-November, McKay said. He said they are similar to the units used by the people facing homelessness in the other jurisdiction, each one offering 1 or 2 bedroom with a shared bathroom and a shower. Elias Theodoro, a charismatic mixed martial artist who campaigned successfully for the right to use the medical marijuana as an athlete, has died. He was 34. His publicist, Jess Moran, confirmed the former UFC fighter died Sunday in Toronto of liver cancer. Theodoro from Mississauga, Ontario, was an athlete, actor, model, stuntman, dancer, TV pitchman, and he was a romance cover model and a cannabis advocate. The NBA has suspended Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury owner Robert Sarver for 1 year plus fined him $10 million after an investigation found he had engaged in what the league called workplace misconduct and organizational deficiencies. The findings of the league's report published this morning came nearly a year after the NBA asked a law firm to investigate allegations that Sarver had a history of racist and hostile incidents over his nearly 2-decade tenure overseeing the franchisee. The allegations were reported by the ESPN, which said it talked to the dozens of current and former team employees for its story, including some who detailed the inappropriate behavior by Sarver. He originally denied and disputed most of the allegations through the legal team. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Simona Cotoni, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.